Hey guys, Matt, IronTrap Garage. We're working on the Roadster Pickup project again. We're jumping back over to this. So after we got the dash and the steering and some of that stuff done, we've been working on getting some additional parts for the car. So been lucky enough that we've, through the channel, have been able to get some leads and find some parts that we need. So one of our viewers, Terry, is in the Model A Club, and they had the national meet here in Morgantown, Pennsylvania, and he came by to visit the shop, and he brought me a nice, well, perfectly, I don't even call it crappy, but anyways, a nice old chrome windshield frame from one of his Model A's that he was restoring, and the car did not come originally with this, so he was not going to use it. So it has good old chrome on it. It's good for what we're building, and he was able to hook me up with this. And then as we were talking when he was here, he was looking at this truck, and he said, it's a shame that you don't live closer. I could get you a better bed, because this one's kind of, you know, it was beat up from sitting on a farm, and the back had all kinds of weird stuff welded to it. And I said, well, by chance, I'm going to Michigan, driving right past you to pick up some Chevelle parts in like a week. So we hightailed it to Michigan, and we were able to get the bed. So what we're going to work on today is putting a windshield on this thing. So I have a stock windshield frame. And off the Jalopy Journal of the HAMB, there is a gentleman that actually sells these cast aluminum chrome windshield stanchions, folding windshield stanchions for $28.29, and they are pretty nice. They're not all clunky and chunky. The ones we had that were probably cast in like the 60s or something, those ones fit really poorly, and they're kind of chunky, and they were stock height. So these are 2-inch chopped stanchions, and the covers here. So we can put all these pieces on, set everything up, and then we can mark where we're going to chop this windshield frame and put it back on, and hopefully have a cool look with this with the new bed by the end of the video. So let's get it working. Alright, so these cut down stanchions that I got off the HAMB, the gentleman sells, they are like I said, they're cast aluminum, they're chromed, but they do not come drilled, and I understand that. He includes directions here with like a pattern, and I can kind of understand that because a lot of these cars are tweaked and things are not exactly the same on every car. So he leaves them just solid like this, and allows you to drill your own holes for the mounting to the car. So we need to do that. So with this pattern he gives, it's just a kind of simple setup where we need to just put this pattern on here, punch our holes through, transfer it over, center punch, and then we can drill our holes in these pieces. Once I get this mounted, we can put everything together, and we can see exactly what our windshield height needs to be. So I'm gonna work on getting this pattern cut out, placed on the car, and move all that over, and then we will have our first piece mounted after 4 holes we have to drill. Alright, so I got a little pattern cut out off of the instructions he sent. Now, one thing to think of, I took these screws out. There is like a base plate or mounting plate in here that's tapped to hold the bolts, and that thing actually can float around in here. So be careful when you're doing this. You know, right now with gravity, that hole is sitting at the bottom of the opening, so we don't want that to happen. So I should be able to just, with my hand here, kind of hold it so it's centered, and that allows you to have a little bit of play for when you're doing this. It gives you a little bit of room for error. So we can set this piece down. I'll get that thing set right where it needs to be, and then we can mount our holes. So the pattern's just a little off, but for what we need for mounting the holes, it shouldn't be a problem. So I can use my finger there to mark the big round hole, and I'm actually thinking that might be a better solution here. So the way this is sitting, patterns, like I said, a little bit bigger. So I think, well, let's take a look at this just to have a second look. And really that top hole is the one I'm kind of concerned about. So those are our big holes. So what we can do is I'm just going to mark in the center of those and center punch through them, and it should be okay. But you can see, even like with the marks he has off of whatever car he was using, they're actually a little different on this. So his mark's down quite a bit lower. It's below my big hole there. That one's about right. So he did mention that in the instructions, each side can be different, every car is different. So it is true, and but by doing this, we should be pretty good to just punch these out and mark them on this. Alright, so in the directions he has a good point about moving this pattern basically like an 1/8 inch up, so we have clearance on the body there, just a little bit underneath. So we can take this, just put a couple dots on it, the marker will come right off. We'll wipe off the chrome, no problem, but this will just give us a point of reference to set this to. Set our pattern on, and then we can center punch. Alright, time to drill. Alright, so now we want to get the holes drilled, and the bolts are just a little smaller than a hole. I could always go one size bigger if I need to, but that's pretty good for now. Now what I'm going to do is, these bolts have like a real steep bevel on them, so we need to countersink this so that the bolt head sits nice and level with the surface. So I have one of these countersink bits, as I would call it. I'm sure there's a proper name for it. So I just usually take my time, and with it being aluminum, it cuts pretty darn fast. So you can see it's still sitting way up. Need more. There we go. So the bevel part of the screw is sitting all the way down in. Just the head of the screw has a dome. It's just sticking out a little bit. So that's pretty good. I think we'll call that good there. Let's do our second one here. It doesn't sound that as cool as it is.
You missed some.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you did. Big logo, big logo, big logo. Look at that shit.
Dang. I don't need them upstairs. Got intakes to put those suckers on.
Yeah, you do.
Oh.
Here you go.
Alright, so right side. Oh yeah. What's that?
And there's choke springs in here and everything. Those are hard to come by.
Oh yeah.
Good.
Didn't even know we had them. There we go. weld shop. You just measure, it's supposed to be a 2-inch job.
Looks right on.
Okay, so I'll just take 2 inches off. Doing tight. Getting over these fucking wheels.
Well, coming from this side, not too bad.
Short guy. Oh yeah, we're almost at this one.
Yeah. Mine's in. Haven't put the nuts.
Not fully. Get it come my way a little bit. Yo!
Sorry.
Yikes! Right there. Maybe I need to get a drift or something. And I wonder if the other one's hit or not.
That's what I was going to check, but I don't want to let go of the bed because it's going to flip.
Yeah, don't.
Just want to hold the box at the back of the bed seat.
I got it.
Yeah, mine dropped in. Have another nut?
Yep.
Hey, you done on your side? I got both mine nutted. Still got your lucky horseshoe.
Yeah, oh yeah. I might use that for the shift mount. Try not to break the wood. Oh yeah.
It's got like the perfect windshield height, just right above your head.
Oh yeah, and my eyes are right in the center. So you make leave the depth in the floor pan, or I mean in the seat pan, so you can leave the springs in there to have give, and you'll only be a little bit above it, but you'll have plenty of give. So, perfect. Arm right here.
Now let's get rid of that Roadster top piece so your arm's not.
Yeah, you could totally cut that off. Yeah. We're not gonna have a top in this thing. Yeah, I'm digging it. How's it feel?
Pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, it's not bad. Hell yeah. I think you could, the little bit of seat back pad you'll have, I think you just scoot your butt forward and it'll
Yeah.
make up for that. But
Yeah, that's not.
plenty of room for the feet.
Pedals are in a good position and
Yeah.
everything. Yep. Oh, this is sweet.
Good day. We can go get mulch in the pickup.
Vroom, 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 vroom.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, it's the
Do you think
same.
Moon will sit in the bed?
No.
Yeah, he probably will. Here, man. Try it out. Hold on. Good. Good boy. Good boy. Hold on. Hold on. There you go. That's... Stay. Good boy. Good. That's right, buddy. Oh, he would totally ride in this thing in the bed. We put a little mattress pad, a little pad in the back, and he'll.
Gotta give him goggles then.
Yeah, probably. His head's below the windshield, sort of.
You just put a little
No,
lead
it's not.
between the two posts.
No, he needs goggles.
You need doggles. Goggles. Now look into the future. Moon and I running errands.
Moondog. You're such a photogenic puppy.
All right, so rolled the truck outside, got the windshield, the chopped windshield all fit up, and everything's looking pretty good. We're gonna either get new glass or try cutting down that glass. The glass that was in the frame is actually like tinted glass, and me being a snob, I'd like clear glass because really tinted glass wasn't a thing in the 40s like we're building this. So we may get another piece of glass, I don't know yet. But anyways, looks really good. The height is chopped just enough that it doesn't look ridiculous. It just looks right. And we leaned it back a little bit to make it look fast sitting still. And we threw our new bed on, which is really cool. Starting to make me want to just do like a brush painted black type paint job on the rest of it, or spray it black to match. But either way, Moon approves. He finally could sit in the bed. And I have a feeling he would love to ride around the block in it, but I don't know if we can technically, legally anymore. But anyways, Moon's definitely enjoying it. I'm psyched. So just have a handful of more things to do, and we can actually probably take this around the block. We got to do brake lines, obviously some wiring, and a couple other odds and ends, but like it steers, it will stop soon, won't take much to make it run, and we should be set. So thank you guys for following along, really appreciate it. Let me know what you think of the Roadster Pickup and how it's shaping up. Thanks guys, catch you later.